Okay, so in this lesson we really will start animating our character, I promise. What we're going to need is to create a little something in Unity, and it's called an animator. And we have to attach it to our character. So if I right click here, I can say create, and then I need an animation controller. We have animations and they're within these files, but we need an animator controller to attach to our character. So I'm going to go ahead and click that button, and we're going to call this elf underscore AC for animation controller. And I'm going to drag that into our Elfman there. And now when I click on this Elfman in the inspector tab over here, we have this animator controller. Right? This is essential. We need this. And what this will allow us to do is to create animations on this character. If we go to Window and Animation, Animator, and we select our character here, we see there's no animation on it. All we see is this any state, entry, and exit. Okay? So we need to put animations in here. Let me show you how to keep everything organized and extract the animations from these 4 different characters, because ideally what Unity would do, or what Mixamo would do, is they would let us export 4 different animations on one character. However, they did not let us do that. So we had to export 4 different characters, each with an animation on them. And that animation is this little Mixamo.com play button. Okay? Kind of confusing, I get that. But within each of these characters here is an animation. So what we're going to do is I'm going to create a folder, create folder. I'm going to call it animations. And now we're going to extract these animations and put them in our animations folder to keep things clean. In fact, I'm also going to create a folder and call it models. And we're going to put all of these models in there to keep everything nice and neat. Why do I keep it? Why do we keep stressing organization? Because it's huge. Once you get thousands of files, and that will happen if you have a decent sized game, you're going to need to know where things are, and if you just put them in folders, it'll be that much easier to find. Okay, so let's extract the animations from these characters. So first we'll grab the idle. I'm going to click on it and Control D to duplicate it. And you see what it did? It actually popped it out into the main folder. If I click that tab, now I have this animation. And this animation has no name or anything, so it'd be really confusing trying to get all these animations together without any name. So the first thing and the most important thing we can do is name it. So we're going to go ahead and rename, and we're going to call this idle. And then we're going to drag it into our animations folder. Okay, and then we're going to take this idle character here and drag him into models. Next we'll do jumping, so I click on that, go to the Mixamo, Control D to duplicate it, minimize that character, and real quick I got to rename him jumping. And I will put that in the animations folder, and then I'll move the character into the models folder. Next, the run, click on it, Control D, minimize it, rename this to run. Seems tedious, but I promise you we're getting to the fun stuff, and move run into the models folder. And then last but not least, we'll get that walk animation, Control D, rename walk, and move walk into the animations and move our character into the models. Now we're left with elf textures, models, and animations. So now we can start building out this animation with this new animations that we have. I'll see you in the next lesson.